Good morning. At least it's morning as I make this video, just a few more minutes of morning time. I'm going to make a different personal video this week. I really just prefer the personal video to be me talking because that's what you would get in a face-to-face class. But I wanted to go over Moodle with you today because I've added something based on your feedback. So this is the week that is just ending, okay? So if you look at Moodle, last night when you watched this video, Thursday, October 28th, you were to complete the multiple intelligence lab. You were to complete the chapter 7 and 8 reviews in Hawks, and then you were to take an unproctored quiz in Hawks. Again, I've said this before, but my plan is to have 2 unproctored quizzes and 2 proctored quizzes. So my plan is for the next quiz to be proctored. I'm going to tell you about that next week. I think it's going to end up being like the week before Thanksgiving. And that quiz will be proctored. But anyway, that's coming up. I will let you know there is a proctored quiz coming up. And it's going to be, I'll tell you in a minute when it's going to be. I have really appreciated your discussion board posts this week. So far, these are the people who I have read and commented: Monique, Don, Leonard, Tressa, McKenna, and Augustin. Now, I'm making this video before the discussion board is due, so that means other people will probably post later. But I got some really good suggestions. A lot of people want the class to be opened ahead of time so they can get their work done. I'm just old school, but if you want to go back and read my response to Monique, I explained a little bit about why I don't just open the course up weeks in advance. One of your classmates let me know that you can get to your Hawks assignments. If you look at the grade book in Moodle, you can kind of see what we're going to be doing because the grade book is pretty accurate as far as what assignments are coming up and what we've already completed. And you can pair that in Hawks and get a little bit of your work done ahead of time. I'm fine with that. So I'm fine with that. But the labs you won't be able to get to, and the quizzes you wouldn't be able to get to, and the final exam. But there are some ways to work around that, and I think that's fine. But as far as me, I'm not going to open it up ahead of time. I might consider something different later, but right now, anyway, go to Monique's post to see a little bit more about why. The other main suggestion that was given was some way to collaborate with your classmates, and I really think that that is an amazing suggestion and something that I needed to do. So I decided that I was going to do something about it. I was going to wait till next semester, and that's kind of what I said in my responses, like, oh, good idea, I'll do that next semester. But I was like, Leslie, like we've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 more weeks here. Let's go ahead and try it. So I'm going to try something different. So this is last week, and starting today, now you can't see this right now because I'm making this video on Thursday and I will not open it until Friday. But this is week number 8. It's going to end on November 4th. I have added this. This is new right here where it says collaborate session this week. Okay, I just added this at 11 a.m. today. It's going to be open for the duration of the course. This is exactly what it sounds like. If you've never used Collaborate during Moodle, which if you've been with Richmond Community College during COVID, you probably had some experience with Collaborate because that was what we used when we first went home in March of 2020, maybe. Yeah, 2020. But Collaborate is basically like a chat room. And I did not have a ton of success with it because typically in an online class, people don't want to chat. But what you could do is you can click on this link, okay? I don't think I can, let's see if I can click and keep my recording. Okay, so it says, feel free to set up a meeting and collaborate with a classmate this week to work through any issues. And you would join the session here. And right now there's nobody on Collaborate, but you could communicate with someone and you could set up, hey, let's get on Collaborate at 10:30 tonight. I've got some questions or whatever. And so that's kind of what that is. Now, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not sure how you would contact the student. Like, how do you even know your classmates are contactable? I just want to try it this week. If you will just indulge me and let's see if this is helpful, okay? Let me go back to week, oh no, great, I'm sorry. I want to go to week 8. Sorry, week 9. Okay, so this is Moodle, and again, I added that this week. This is exactly what it sounds like. The word collaborate means work together. And so if you want to work together, then this is a link. It's going to be open for the entire semester, and you can collaborate with one another. You can send video messages. There's a whiteboard that you can write on back and forth. The only thing is it does require some technology. So I'm just going to open it up and let's see what happens. We have some other options. I mean, you could do Zoom and you could do a Teams, Microsoft Teams, that is provided for free to all Richmond Community College students. But I've done Zoom and I've done Teams, but I'm probably most knowledgeable in Collaborate, and that's not saying much. Okay, so the link's there, and we're going to see what happens. If you would like to let me know if you ever try to use it or whatever, that would be great. So let's see, this week you're going to start linear and exponential equations. This is in chapter 5. This is, linear equations make a straight line and exponential equations graph a curve, and you'll get into that a little bit later. But those are the two main types of equations that we're going to study. You're going to do some Hawks 5.2 and 5.4, and then down here you're going to do a COVID lab. This goes with the article. You'll see the COVID article. Literally read the article and fill out the lab as you read the article. There's really not a lot of calculation to be done. It's just a really good article that I found during the early days of COVID, and it talks about whether or not COVID is following a linear progression or an exponential progression. And it's just an amazingly mathematical. I love the article because you're like, when am I ever going to use this? Why am I taking this class? This is dumb. Well, I mean, partially some of that is true, but to be able to read this article, you have to have some intellectual understanding of linear equations and exponential equations. And that's true of just the world that we live in. When you're interpreting data, when you're reading an article that's talking about, the percentages or, excuse me, when you're reading graphs or you're looking at, any type of data, I think this class is helpful to understand, okay, what does that percentage mean? And we've just studied percentages, so that's fresh on my mind. But this is an example of why do you need to know about linear versus exponential? Because you can read an article like this and make some sense of what they're talking about. Okay, and then the final thing for this week is a COVID discussion board. So we're going to discuss just kind of like our COVID experience. What has been difficult for you? I don't think any of us would have a problem coming up with 2 things that have been difficult. But I also want you to reflect on one thing that has been positive, something that has come out of the last now 18 months that has been a positive for you. I mean, I'll just give you a small example. My children go to a pediatrician here in Laurinburg, and last year during COVID, because we were in the height of the pandemic, they set up an outdoor drive-through flu clinic. And so you drive your car, they come to this little window and ask you questions, and then you go to a next station, and then they, process your insurance or whatever, and then you go to the third station and your child gets the shot in the car. It was wonderful. It's one of the best things that came out of COVID in my life. And they repeated it this year because you used to have to go sit in the doctor's office and wait forever with a bunch of people that were sick or whatever. And that is a small improvement that COVID has brought to my life, is a drive-through flu clinic at my children's pediatric clinic. Okay, I know that sounds silly, but it doesn't have to be major because I know there have been tremendous losses during this season. But one thing that has come out for the better for you. And then we're going to talk about the vaccine. I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, I am vaccinated. I will also tell you my children are not, and they're both eligible for the vaccine. So, I'm not trying to make any type of political statement here, and I'm not trying to get super into your business, but just kind of in general, how do you feel about it? Did you take it? I took it. My kids did not. So I see both sides. Okay, my children are old enough to take the vaccine, and neither one of them have been vaccinated. But I did take it myself. That's all I'm going to say for that right now. I will post on the discussion board and probably give you more detail. So that's it for this week. You'll be doing the Hawks 5.2, Hawks 5.4. You'll submit the COVID lab. Again, that is reading the article and answering the question. Reading the article, answering the question. It's like a plug-in type lab. And then you're going to submit your discussion board. I will go ahead and tell you that in week number 10, which is going to begin on November 12th, November 12th, week number 10, you will have a proctored quiz. Week number 10, which starts on November 12th, a proctored quiz. All right, I think that's it for today. I hope you have a great week. Try the Collaborate session if you have time. The thing I'm thinking about right now is I'm not sure how students communicate with each other within Collaborate. So I don't know how you would have access to somebody that's in your class. You probably don't even know the people's names that are in your class. But anyway, I'm going to leave that up there and we'll see what happens. I'll probably try to figure out something before the end of the semester. All right, have a good week.